Welcome teachers. This is actually revised tutorial number 3 for Desmos activities, where we are gonna use computation layer CL coding to see some graphs and tables, how you can connect them to make your activities more interactive. So let's get started with that. As you are aware that if you are on Desmos.com, you can just go to the teachers page by clicking on this browse activities and make sure you are signed in. If you are not, please sign in. I'm signing in with my Google School account. So once you are signed in, you can just go to custom and click on new activity. Give title to your activity, let's say with graphs and tables. Create. So once you have given the title to your activity, you will see there are components and which you can actually use: note, text input, math input, multiple choice checkboxes, etc., graphs, geometry, sketch, button, table. I'm gonna use graph and table. So let's just click on plus button so that you can create your slides. So as you are on first page, for example, I will add one graph and one table. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to enter, let me just delete this from here, delete. Okay, I'm gonna enter functions here like x square, whatever, or we can have it and then left. So type of the function, let's say linear, then we are going to put quadratic and then maybe cubic. So we are going to enter three functions. So as soon as you enter these three functions in your table, here, here and here, you should be able to see the graph. Okay, so now to do that, we need to connect these two components. So these components are actually the table and graph. So we can actually define their names. Let's say graph 1, okay, and this is table number 1. Now I'm gonna click on edit graph and I'm gonna create three functions, which is one is linear, quadratic and cubic. You don't need to create like different things, but you can just say f of x, okay, then g of x, then maybe h of x. So we have three functions here and you're done. You don't need to do anything here. Now remember, in the table 1, this is first row, first column, this is first row, second column, second row, second column, third row and second column. So we are gonna connect these three. So I'm going to use one special command here which is called function, simple function and latex. So I'm gonna click on here, edit computation layer of graph, so that I can connect the functions in graph with my table. So I'm gonna click here. I'll show you, I will just zoom it better. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this command function. So as soon as you type function, it should appear like this, function sync. So the first function was f. You don't need to say f of x, it's okay. Now where you want to connect this? We want to connect this as simple function. Simple function is the way how you connect two different things. So simple function from where? Table 1 dot cell content. Now you remember, first row, second column. So that's very easy. Same you repeat with g as well. Simple function table 1 dot cell content. Now it's 2 2. Function h, simple function table, you can just copy and paste, no problem, 3 2. Now we have actually connected these three functions f, g and h from graph with table. This is really important because function is actually it's in x and y, therefore we have to use a simpleFunction command, and inside the parenthesis you have to use table1, the name of the table, dot cell content 1 and 2. If there could be a number, for example, if there is a number, let's say a, I know there is not, but just in case, then you just need to say if you want to connect with the table, you can simply connect table1 dot cell numeric value. Maybe it could be 3, 2, whatever. So because we don't have number, so we have to use simpleFunction. So to hide any coding, you can just use hashtag to just disable it. So it's done. Let me reset it to 100% and then we'll see what is a preview. So what I have done, I clicked on the preview, and if I enter here any linear function, let's say y equals to 3x minus 2, look, you can see the graph, quadratic, you can see x square, let's say minus 3, you can also put x cube minus 2x square, something. See, it will automatically come in different color. Okay, if you want to change these colors, you can go back to graph and edit their colors. So this is really easy. You can actually use this feature of using edit computation layer to ask questions about graphs, or ask you show one functions. Let's say what we are gonna do, we are going to create 3 functions and students are going to match. Let's say it's 2x minus 1. We don't want to show this function. I'm gonna actually make it light, like dotted lines, and I don't want to show anything from this. It's okay, blue graph. And let's also create one quadratic, minus 3. Same thing you can do with this. Click on edit list, change into dotted. Okay, you can change the color as well, no problem, red is okay. Third one, it could be cubic, so that student will actually know from the roots, and then student can create what are the roots or different things related to your function, and they can just take some points from the graph and create their own function. Okay, I'm gonna use black color. So I have used 3 functions, and the purpose is students are going to enter the functions which are going to match with these 3. So done. As I said, you can change color. Okay, look, the blue function is linear. So if, let's say by mistake, student enters something wrong, 3x minus 1, it's not gonna match with blue graph. So student needs to think, okay, I have to use some points from the line to create my function. They can also use y, it's not a problem. Let's say x square minus 3, and last one, let's say x cube, and yeah, one more thing, if you struggle how to write, you can just suggest your students, ask them to open the keypad and use these features. Let's say we have x power 3, okay, and minus 3x and square. Look, so yeah, so student will be able to use this feature if you create activity like this. So just try, and maybe for transformations, for domain and range, for different things you can use this. So stay tuned, I'm gonna actually upload another video with more features. Thank you.